Thank you, because I was not able to hear anything. But thank you so much. Let me share my screen and let me know if that is visible. Okay, give me a second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, just to confirm, our slides are changing.
Yeah, it's changing.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, ICCS EMB committee for giving me this opportunity. I'll today I'll be talking about the Agent Force, which is a Salesforce product. Like, just to give you a brief, Salesforce is a customer CRM relationship management tool, which is one of the biggest in the global right now. Today in this 20-minute session, I'll talk about what is an agent, really what is an agent is, how Salesforce agent delivers it's at enterprise level, and where is already changing education, healthcare, and business operations. So let me quickly talk about myself. I am Aishwarya Tyagi. I have 10 plus years of experience as a Salesforce architect. I'm in a Salesforce ecosystem from last 10 years working on sales, service, experience, and industry clouds. I designed multiple cloud platforms for finance, healthcare, and retail clients. My hands-on experience with Atlas Engine, Prompt Builder, and Apex Action. So next would be how Copilot different from the agent. So in 2022 and 2024, there is a co-pilot which assists humans like in writing, in waits for prompt, generate suggestions, human reviews and clicks, single turns, or you may say like single clicks. But from 2025 onwards, like there is a new era of agent has been introduced where agents can trigger events, data, or the users. They have reasons and goals of the contacts. They can either call tools, query data, execute work on the behalf of any human. They can, do multiple step, multiple turn autonomously, and they have some human set guardrails that agent does work on that. So what is agent? So basically, Salesforce platform for building, deploying, governing autonomous AI agents grounded in trust business data. So agent is divided into four part: build, ground, act, and trust. What is build? Build is like Salesforce admin and architects can spin up an agent without writing a single line of model code. Topics describe what an agent is allowed to talk about. Actions describe what it can do. So what is ground? Ground is a differentiator like generic LLMs hallucinate because they have no grounding. Agent for grounds every reasoning step in your data via data cloud, structured record, knowledge articles, and the external system. How it acts. So agent do not just talk. They invoke Apex methods, flow, APIs, and the other external tools to actually move forward. And the last one is a trust. So trust mention the Einstein trust level by their name. Enterprise buyers care about more than a single feature. Zero retention foundation model providers. So why agent? Why now? So if I talk about like 70% adoption is no longer the question. Differentiate is if everyone has AI, agent become the gap between leaders and the laggards. It is 3x faster. So this is the number that moves a CFO translated. A 2000 agent contact center suddenly behaves like a 6000 agent in one at the same cost. So it would be a 3x faster than a human. Uh, so let's me talk about the architecture, like how inside the Atlas reasoning engine. So This is divided into again five things: interpret, plan, retrieve, act, and evaluate. So if I talk about interpret, the customer says my order did not receive. Atlas praise that intent, like for example, order status issue, and the sentiment of the customer is frustrated. So this is how interpret works. What is the plan? So I decided I need to take a look up the order, check the shipment status, and decide if it's a return or reship applies. Then Atlas will retrieve the customer information, like pull up the date information from the CRM, shipment carrier API when the MuleSoft, and refund policy from the knowledge article, like if its product is eligible for refund. And what is the act? Like it will automatically act an apex action to trigger the reship or update the case, like by the refunding or reshipment if eligible. And the last thing is evaluate. It evaluate the action is success. Like they'll draft the reply. They'll also score the customer. It's on their confidence. So if low, it's route to the human. Like if the score is low, then the human will be involved rather than your agent work on that. So there are four building blocks for every agent: their role, topics, action, and knowledge. So how role works? So role is the system prompt with a job title. The topic is the contract, what the agent will and will not handle. What is action? The API surface that only verbs the agent is allowed to use, and the knowledge is the read path where it can ground. So why it matters? Every failure mode you can heard about with LLM agents map to one of these four blocks. Get them right, and you have 80% agent safety solved. So I would just like to give a like architect's tip, like design topic before you design prompt. Most of the team do oppose and then wonder why the agent adapts off the rails. So let me start with some of the use cases. The first use case will be on the education, like how education reduce 60% of their time to answer to the students' questions. So uh, let me talk about like universities are losing students at very funnel stage because they cannot afford to staff 24/7 advising. So now Agentforce turns the catalog, the transcripts, and the historical advising knowledge into always an advisor. So for example, a student at 11 p.m. asking whether her transfer credit will count before wait until Monday. Now agent is answered in a second. So it bridge the same pattern works for healthcare and many risks. So next use case would be the medical, like how agents are helping in Medicare. Like for example, like 2 hours per day clinical time reclaimed for the documentation work. So they are helping in documentation everything. So healthcare is most sensitive vertical in the room, leads with safety, then outcomes. In healthcare, we do not deploy agents that make decisions. We deploy agents that prepare decisions. So we make sure the licensed humans sign off. So for example, pre-visit intakes in a sweet spot like low risk, high time saving, and patients prefer it too. So there will be no judgment. You can answer at 2 a.m. as well. And there will be a PHI masking, human in loop, zero retention, full audit. If anyone in the audience is from hospital, IT, and compliance, they can, you know, uh, they can relate this. So next use case would be related to business. So how autonomous services and sales flow work. So the first is agent, service agent. The second scenario is your sales development agent. So my service agents helping in resolving all the tier one cases end to end. Like they can authenticate the customer via CRM identifier. They can read the case histories, what is their order data, knowledge articles. They can also reissue e-funds. Yeah, they can also reship orders, book appointments. They can escalate to human when there is a low confidence, and they can also log every steps for the QA and the regulation audits. Next one, I can talk about the sales development agent. So it qualify and nurture the pipeline 24/7. So for example, if the agent research a new lead using data cloud or the external signals, they can personalize outbound, grounding emails on the basis of customers' account history. They can book qualified meetings with the AEs in the calendars automatically. They can also create the task and for the agents to connect with the leads and prospects directly, and they can hands off human AEs with a full briefing pack like what customer is looking for. Let me quickly jump on a live walkthrough. It's just a 60-second demo. I cannot present in a live environment, but I can just go through with the steps. So this slide, so the step one is like read the customer bubble in a frustrated voice, then read the agent reply in a claim capable voice. Then you can see the agent did not ask the customer to confirm anything, it automatically made the decision. So it is showing like they are talking about the order number that hasn't arrived in the last 9 days. So agent is automatically checking all the information, and agent can see the package was misrouted in network somewhere and issued the free reship or priority shipping arriving on arriving on Friday. And it also automatically refunds the shipping cost which customer has paid. So issue has been resolved in just 60 seconds rather than connecting to a live agent and spending time on that. So this slides tell us about the comparison between chatbot, Copilot, and Agent Force agent. So what chatbot can do, what Agent Force and Gen AI and the Agent Force does. So initiate works. So Agent Force can easily do like events driven actions, reason across goals. It they can do the multiple step plannings, grounded your data like live CRM and the data cloud can be ingest into the agent force, and it will show you the outcomes on the basis of that. The next one is take action. So agent can invoke APIs, flows, and Apex, handle unknowns like agent can plan retries and escalates the issue, and also it's a full trusted layer to trace your audit trails and everything. So what is like how we can trust the agent? So there is a trust, I can say there's a Einstein trust layer which is non-negotiable for the enterprise. Like let me break down into the 6 parts. Like secure gateway, it's an encrypted Salesforce managed. It's a data masking, like all the it replace SSN email PHI tokens before leaving the boundaries. uh, Dynamic grounding, like least privilege data ingestion, zero retention. You can say the toxicity and the bias and the audit trail. Like every step, it's replayable for the compliance. So, what is the impact? Like how ROI and the impact does. So this is the like bar you can see on the basis of recent research, like how case resolution, how cost per interaction, how pipeline coverage, customer CSAT, and agent productivity is increased. So it's a 3.1x faster resolution. A 60-second case become a 19-second case right now at a scale that is million of dollars of capacity. Like 55% of the cost per interaction, roughly half of the cost every interaction every day. It increased 2.05x pipeline coverage, like each AEs effectively becomes two AEs. And also it increasing 16 point CSAT, and importantly, customer like experience more than less. So honestly, like these are the early deployment averages from the Salesforce customer studies. So I think it varies on the use case and maturity and the data quality basis. So let me get started. Like how you can build your agent in just 5 steps. So it has like some steps, like for example, pick up one problem, choose a single repetitive, well-bounded workflow, then define your topic, wire the actions, like from where you want to call your agent and what actions do you want, ground some knowledge, like attach to a data source like knowledge articles, connect to the data cloud or the CRM from where the agent can take all the data, and then measure and iterate, like track your resolution, deflection, confidence, tune the topics weekly and promote when stable. So it's just a 30 days like you can do. So these are the some key takeaways from the slides, from the presentation which I did. So the agent acts co-pilot assist. The trust is the platform, and start small, ship in 30 days. So just a signing off from the presentation, and I would like to say, like, 2 years from now we will not be able to talking about whether the adopt agent, we will be talking about how many of them we have, what they do, and how we govern them to start working now. And Salesforce give you the safest path to start. So thank you so much for joining, and let me know if anybody has any questions regarding that.
Thank you for being a part of ICCEMB 2026 and for sharing your professional experience and valuable insights. Thank you so much, sir.